Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Alex Builds. Today we're going to be doing the Build the Iron Man. We're going to be doing stages 43 to 46 of Build Your Own Iron-Man MKIII Armour. Okay, so we've had another delivery of Build the Iron Man. We've got stages 43, 44, 45 and 46 to do. We've also got the first stage of the premium base to build in this one as well, which was a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting that in this one, but yeah, we've got that as well. So yeah, without further ado, let me show you the parts we get and what we're doing. So these are all the magazines. As you can see, there's an extra one here, because this one is for the premium base, which I will do in this one. Also in this delivery, we got this, which is the Iron-Man power bank. It's not the best one in the world, but it's nice to have. So yeah, that's that one. So let me go through each individual stage and what we're doing. So stage 43 first. Let's get to it. We are doing the left leg, number 5. And yeah, we get the calf plate for this one, which is going just down there, just behind the calf. So we've got to make the hinge for that first. So we've got to make up the hinge, which is just assembling these two parts together, putting an LP screw on either side. Then we attach that with a couple of EM screws to the actual plate itself. And we don't actually do anything else for that in this issue. Stage 44, continuing on with the left leg, I believe. Yep, so the left leg number 6. As you can see, I believe this is like the shin part. So we've got to assemble that. We've got to add a sticky pad to the back of that. That's like then getting stuck down onto there. And we can attach with a couple of screws either side. It's an EM screw, and then we can put these two little brackets, one on either side, and that is it. We don't use this part either. And then we don't need the leg for the rest of the parts, because we've got issues 45 and 46 is starting the right foot. So we have done a whole foot before, so we're just going to put this ankle joint part inside there, cover that up with this little socket, a couple of EM screws in there. And we're going to add the switch and the battery box, so that's all going into there just like that. And then we continue that over to issue 46. And as you can see, we get the bottom of the foot, so we're going to add this little disc into there. That's like a diffuser for the light. That's going in there. Add this socket down over the top, that's to hold the LED. A couple of AM screws go in there. And then we can basically attach this to the bottom just there. So the only thing we're missing is the toe part of the boot there. And finally, we'll finish this video off with the premium base. So this is the first steps of the premium base. So basically this is what we get here. We're just going to add the button into there. And yeah, just going down to there. So we're putting the button in first. And that's going to have there. We're going to attach the circuit board as well. And we get to plug that in, and that is all we do with the premium base for this step. So as you can see, there's not too much to do in this one, so it shouldn't be too long a video, even though we're doing 5 steps instead of 4, because we've got the base in there as well. I do believe this is still available on FanHome's website, so if you are interested, you do want to pick it up, you can head on over to fanhome.com. I will put links down in the description, and you can head on over there, and you still can subscribe from issue 1. Okay, so without further ado, let's get the parts out of the packaging and start building. Okay, so firstly, we get this big chunk here, which is the back for the calf. This is going to sit, if I bring in the leg, this is going to cover all of this here. So when we open and close that, we'll be able to see this detail here. So this part is metal, and these two parts are plastic. So the first thing I'm going to do is, you can see we've got a hole either side of here, and we've got 2 holes here. So that's going to marry up with that, just like that. And we're going to secure that together with a couple of LP screws. So I'm going to get an LP screw ready first, because this might be quite fiddly to hold. So let's line that hole up there and get our first LP screw in. We can turn that over now and put the second one in. So lining that up again. Don't want to over tighten this, because you do want this to move. You want it to be quite stiff, but not too stiff. Right, so the next step, we're going to take this and we're going to actually put this into here. So that's going to slide into there, just like that, face down, like that. And we can take an EM screw, one in either one of the 2 holes. And that's going to secure this on for us. So let's get the first on. That's nice and tight. And the second one in the opposite hole, so just here. Just there. just like that. So now that can pivot and turn and move around just like that. So stage 44, we get this big part here. This is plastic. I leave everything in this part is plastic. We get this one here. We don't actually use this in this stage. And these two parts here, along with two sticky pads. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to peel back one side of this sticky pad. I'm going to stick this down the bottom just here. Just like that. And then we can take the top off of that. Just like so. So now we've got that sticky pad there. We can then bring in our leg part, and this is going to get connected. We've got the two pegs there. As you can see, we've got two pegs on here. So that's just to help that hold in. So we've got to find them two pegs, give that a good push in till it clicks over the knee. So that's not really lining up very well for me. So I'm going to have to manipulate that a little just to get that in. That's that side on. So the same with the opposite side. Try and give that a good push in. There we are. So yeah, I had to give that a good push to get that in. Now we can put a couple of EM screws in these holes here. So just here is where the first one's going, in this hole just here. Number one, we can turn that over, and one in the hole just there as well. Let's get this one all nice and tight. There we are, just like that. That is that on there. And yeah, the final thing to do is we can put these two little brackets on. So we need to line them up, making sure we've got them on the right way. So this one's got L1, this one's got L2. It says L1 goes this side. So let's try and get L1 in this side. There we are, that's L1 in. Turn that over, we can push L2 into this side as well. I don't ever plan on taking this apart, so if you were planning on taking it apart, you would leave the little bits like this out where you've got the screws exposed. So yeah, that is that stage all complete. And I don't believe we need this leg anymore. Okay, so we're now starting on the right leg now. So we started off with the right boot. So I'm going to take this here and we're going to slot this down into here. So what way do we want to go? This way around, and that should slide down into there nicely like that. So we've got that way around. We can then take this part, it's going over the top of that, it's going to hold that in for us. We can put 4 EM screws in these holes just here. Right, so let's get the first of these EM screws in. Just putting the first one in lightly until we get the one on the opposite corner in, just so we know it's lined up better. There we are, that's number 2. Now I can go back and just nip this one up, just like that. 2 more to go. Number 1. Last one now. Number 2. Just like that. And none of these joints should be loose when you try and move them. So you want them to be movable but quite stiff. Alright, so now we're going to take the switch. That's going down into this hole just at the front, just here. So we want to go this way around, push that switch into that hole, and then take this, and this is going to line up down here. Sort of like that. It's perfect. That's going to hold that switch in. Then we're going to get a screw in there, which is again another EM screw. So let's get this one in. Again, I don't have any batteries left for this. I don't know why I didn't get as many batteries as some other people. Some people got enough batteries, so I'm going to have to source them and find where they're going. So yeah, that is that part, and it doesn't want us to do anything else. It wants us to keep that like that. So I'm going to put that just to the side for a moment, and we'll continue that on to the next stage. Okay, so this stage, there's only a couple of parts that we get in here that we're going to be using. So yeah, we're going to take this little disc to start off with. This is going down into here, just like so. And then we can put this over the top. So we're going to go over the top of there, just like that. And a couple of AM screws. Let's get the first of these AM screws in. Let's get that one. And one more. And that one. So that is that part all done. Now we can plug this LED down into that hole, just like so. And then it wants us to maneuver this down onto here. So this is going that way around, like that. But we've got to make sure we're not clamping down on any wires or this circuit board. So I'm going to put this circuit board down just to the side, just there, as we lower this down, making sure that none of the wires are going to be in the way, which is about there, is perfect. So now 2 EM screws. So let's get the first one in. Number 1. And number 2, just here. There we are. So this part here is just the battery box cover. So that would sit that way around, just like that. So yeah, that is our start of our right foot. Okay, so the final thing, we get this big box here. Inside here is the start of our premium base. So I'm going to open this up and show you what's inside. Okay, so here we are. Look at the size of that. That is the premium base. So this is all metal, by the way. It's not plastic, it is metal. This is the premium base. So if you signed up for the premium subscription, you will also get a little circuit board, a little bracket there, and the switch, and this little detail here. So I believe this is going to hide the button for us. So let's get cracking on with this. So if we turn that over, as you can see, we've got 2 holes here. This one is like a half moon. It's got like a flat edge on it. That's where this is going to go. So we want that into there, just like that, just like that. We can then take our button, which we can put into this part here. So we need to flatten this down just a touch. That's going to sit nicely into there. And then this is going to go over the top of that, just there. We are going to need some screws. We're going to need some EM screws. Let's get the first one in. The first one. And now the second one just here. Just like that. So if we turn that over, as you can see, that's our button. We then got this 4 points here where we can put our circuit board. So I'm just going to make sure I've got this the same way they've got it. So they've got it with G and H this side, E and F that side. So that way around. Don't believe it matters. I believe these are all going to be LEDs and stuff. So this is going to be HM screws. We're going to need 4 of these. That's that one. So does it say in the magazine which one you want to plug it in? I believe it goes into B here, that one. So That's the one you want to be plugging the switch into. So the way you want it is you want A and B here, closest to the switch, E and F away from the switch, C and D down towards the edge, and G and H in towards the centre. Last couple of screws now. One last screw of this issue. One, just going to nip these up so the circuit board isn't rattling around. There we are. So now we can take this, and this is going to get plugged into connector B. It only fits in one way, which is just like that. So with that, that is the premium base all started. So we turn that round. This one here is where our off button is, and that should light up whatever's going to light up on there. So I am going to throw away with the contents of the inside of this box. There was like a clamshell part, but I'm just going to use the box just to keep that safe for now. So with that, that is all them 4 steps of Build the Iron-Man all complete, and we've started our premium base as well. So yeah, I was quite surprised the premium base, wasn't expecting that in this delivery, but yeah, it was nice to get that. And yeah, nice to get it started. So yeah, it looks like we are assembling the base, which is really, really good. I don't know if you're not doing the premium subscription, if you do assemble the base or not. You'll have to watch anyone else who's doing it, like Welder Wayne or who else is doing it. I don't know if Mark's Mods or the Nexus or anyone's doing it, but you'll have to watch their channels to see if they build the normal base. I don't know if I still do get the normal base or just get the premium base. So we'll have to wait and see. I believe it's just the premium base I'll get. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, please remember to leave me a like down below. And if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.